Hey, I'm Kerry, the nosy housefrau, and I am back from a long hiatus. Goodbye, Atis. I am very sorry to those of you I've let down. I didn't realize it was against the law to not vlog every single week. I'm sorry. I really am. And I am also grateful because I really didn't think anybody would notice this little housefrau slipping away for a bit. And I thank you to those of you who missed me. Some of you, I think, wanted to do a wellness check, and some of you wanted to do a go to hellness check and unsubscribed. And that's not friendship. And that's very topical for today's video, where I will be sticking my nose in on the hot topic of Toddy, Westbrook, and James Charles. Just to let you know, the fact that I'm even doing a video means I'm doing great. When I tell you why I've been away, you will understand. Brexit, of course, obviously. They have been hitting everyone's livelihood. Just kidding. It's just been, I've been in a funk. I'm 51. I'm not the first person it'll happen to. I'm not the last person it'll happen to. There were days I just didn't have anything to say. There were days I had something to say, but I was just so exhausted and couldn't get even the most basic functions done. My OAB friends will understand this probably, but it's been hard. Spring could not have come soon enough for me. I'm so happy. It's gorgeous in Toledo. I've done yard work, and I've sucked up some of that vitamin D, also topical. And we had to put my mother-in-law in a nursing home permanently because she did have a stroke, which she is recovering from very nicely, I'm happy to say. So far, spring is off to a great start, and I've got my garden started, which I hope to share. But back to the drama. Friends don't let friends drink and drive, but they do let friends drink and drama. It's coffee, but that could change upon request. Drunk drama-ing? Anyway, like drunk drama history, that would be funny. And probably triggering and inappropriate. So, talking about Toddy Westbrook and James Charles, and I apologize, I'm really rusty at this, but I'll try to be as cohesive as I can in the telling of this. If you've been in a drama cave, perhaps you've missed that Toddy Westbrook had a tearful IG video in which she talked about fake friends. And there are a few people who put together that it was James Charles she was talking about, and they deserve to hear one of my favorite phrases. You were right, Nick Snider at The Viewer's Voice, and Ashlye Kyle over at Ashlye Kyle, and Dustin Dailey, and I think T by Alley, and I apologize. There's so many people to thank and to tell you were right, but off the top of my head, those people come to mind, and very cleverly, astutely figured out that it was James Charles. And the offense was that James Charles had given a little shout out to a competing brand called Sugar Bear Hair. Hadn't heard of it myself personally, but it is a brand that sells little gummy, looks like kids' candies for adults. What could possibly go wrong? But they are vitamins, and the ones he plugged were sleep vitamins. Now, with James Charles, you might ask, how could he be so clueless as to plug a competing brand for one of his closest, nearest, dearest friends?
If you are going into a category that is different, if you are doing something bold, if it is a collaboration, if it is creating content that we are all emulating right now, James Charles, you are changing everything. I love you so much. Don't cry. You all inspire me.
Well, I can tell you, putting the age aside, because being almost 20, he'll be 20 in May, I think. Being 20 does not excuse it. But I think two things that really scatter James's brain are fame and guys. He's a little boy crazy, which I can relate to. I was boy crazy when I was younger, but not so crazy that I would forget everything or something so important. You know, so, and this is speculation on my part, but I think, you know, there was when he decided to plug those pills, it might have been there. Oh, I'm back 5 minutes and I'm demonetized. There was someone he wanted to plug, you know? So, anyway, that's none for my business, and I did not intend to go there. Sorry, it really is coffee. So, when James Charles gave a little shout out to the Sleep With Me vitamin, sleeping vitamins, I think it was called, when he did that, he, of course, upset Toddy. Now, there are some people who will say, I think she's got a landslide of support. She has a history of supporting her friends when they have brands. But there will be people who say, oh, boo-hoo, cry me a river, princess, you have everything. But I think I can add a little insight to this. Having worked in Hollywood, as some of you know, I so loved Hollywood that I gave it my only son. And having worked in Hollywood, I noticed something. I got to speak with a famous actress. And I won't give you her name because that's name dropping. And my friend Jason Bateman told me that's rude. So we're not going to be tacky. But anyway, I talked to this actress and I said, you seem to have everything. Do you feel that you're at that level where you have a sense of security and there's nothing to worry about? I sense a tension in what we were talking about. Why would you even be worried? You're going to get scripts. Without skipping a beat, she said, no, because you're afraid you're going to lose everything. There are famous actors who think they're never going to work again. We know they will, but they feel like they won't. And that's a testament to how there is no level. There is no such animal as security. You could lose everything, and some of these people have a team of people working for them. Tati Westbrook is still getting air under the kite that is Halo Beauty, so this took a hit not just to her friendship, but potentially her wallet, and that is disconcerting when you're trying to build an empire, and you're loyal to these friends, and you keep your circle small if you're smart in Hollywood. So here she thought that she had this solid group of people, this solid circle, and then he gave a shout out to somebody else. Now on Twitter, I noticed people were posting his apology, and I noticed it's Nick Snider pointed out where was this public support of her product that he claims to have had. And then I thought about it, and I don't watch him very much, but it would be interesting to know if he has supported her. I don't know, maybe I missed it because I don't watch him very much. I find him kind of unwatchable. Stars. So, there you have it. He was disloyal without noticing it. He did apologize, and I believe and it was a public apology, which I think is important. We don't know that he didn't apologize in private as well. So, it was an oversight. But, a lot of the things people apologize for are things that they should have seen coming a mile away. So, because drama waits for no woman, while I was editing this and doing a little research, James Charles uploaded another video. So I went over there to see if he addressed what the kids today call a hullabaloo, I think, and it turns out he did not. He was over the moon excited to announce that he's going on tour and that you are going to be so sister shook because you should be just as excited as he is. I'm kind of sister don't give a shite if we're being honest, but his ass is going to go on tour like it's King Tut. He's just going to take a picture of his butt in every city, I guess. But I don't know. You know what? To each their own. Good luck to you kids if that's what you like. He's going to be in Detroit, which I live an hour from Detroit. I just don't think that's his crowd. But you know what? There could be a lot of fans coming from all over. He certainly does a good job telling everyone how famous he is, and he got security out of his arrangement with Sugar Bear Hair. He got a security from them. I saw a lot of pictures, by the way. Take a look at pictures. There's people walking away from him. I don't think he acts like he's the Beatles in the 60s in popularity. An old reference, but it holds up here. Anyway, by the time I upload this, Toddy and James Charles will have already reconciled because it's not that big of a deal, honestly. Between close friends, this can be worked out. His public apology was right. He said the right things. It was good. Hopefully he made a private apology. And don't forget, their friendship has the linchpin that is Jeffree Star that probably keeps them all together and, in a sense, family, where they're at that level where you kind of have to forgive each other for stupid shite like that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you've watched this far, I really do appreciate you. And I will be back this week, I promise. I shouldn't make promises. But I'll be back, probably with real alcohol.